Days with My Stepsister or Gimai Seikatsu episode 1. I don't know what I'm going to call this anime if I ever, end up reviewing it, if it's the English name or the Japanese name. I don't even know if I pronounced the Japanese name correctly. But regardless, I wanted to review this first episode of the anime because when reading the description of the anime, before it aired, it caught my interest. I also saw the trailer, if that is what it's called, of the anime, and it seemed pretty good to be honest. I mean, this is not an original anime in the sense that it is not an anime that is doing something that has not done before. I mean, there have been other animes where stepsister and stepbrothers, have a story, a plotline. So it is not original or anything like that. But that doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Not every anime that comes out nowadays is original. It is actually pretty hard to do that because nowadays there have been so many animes that, I mean, technically speaking and realistically speaking, there is never going to be, almost never I should say, never going to be a new original anime. And this anime, although like I said already, has been done before, the formula, if you can call it like that, it seems to be a little bit different because this seems to be a more slow anime than others that have done it before. And not even other animes with a similar formula, but other animes that are romance too. So not only, the same formula, but also the same genre too. So I like that about this anime. I mean, I know it is only the first episode, so to say that it's a little bit out there, but I think it is going to be like that until the end. It is going to be a pretty chill and slow paced anime. I don't think it's going to be an anime, filled with a lot of tensions, with a lot of drama. Of course, it's going to have that, but not in the amount you would expect an anime like this to have. And I think that is something very unique about this anime, at least about this first episode, that it was very slow paced. It didn't, rush over things. I mean, I haven't read the source material, so I don't know how much the first episode adapted of the source material, but regardless, it seemed, very chill, very slow paced, which I like a lot because, again, it seems like it is not rushing over things. It explained everything very well, and the things that happened in the episode were also done very well because this first episode was all about the interaction, the relationship between a brother, or I should say a stepbrother and a stepsister, when they are, freshly new, if you can call it like that. This was all about that. This first episode was all about how they should act with each other. I mean, they are basically strangers. They haven't known each other before this. So yeah, you can see that both of them are very tense. So yeah, you can see that both of them are very tense, especially our main protagonist. And Saki for her part is also tense, but not necessarily showing it. I mean, she's a little bit more chill. Even when they first met in the episode, she was, calm, not nervous. But even with all of that, you can see that yeah, she's a little bit nervous. It is just that she's not as nervous as her stepbrother. So yeah. And like I mentioned before, the general ambience, the general feeling of the episode was one of being very relaxing and in general fun to watch. But there's also a reason why the anime felt like that, or at least this first episode felt like that, and that's because of the characters themselves. Yuta and Saki, they are characters, I don't know how to describe them, normal. I think that is the best way to describe them. They are not flashy, they are not over the top, they are not strange, they feel like just normal characters. And I think again that adds to the whole feeling of the episode, of being very relaxing, very chill, very fun, because I mean, yeah, Saki and Yuta are very down to earth. They don't see very wild in their acting. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but I think the best way was the thing I mentioned before, just being normal. And you would expect a girl like Saki that is very flashy in the way she dresses to be super out there. I think she's supposed to be a gyaru, a gal, but I'm not sure in that. But yeah, if you were to judge her by her appearance, you would expect her to be very out there, to be very flashy, to be very, I guess you can say extrovert. I mean, we haven't seen so much of her to say that, but at the very least we can say that she looks, normal. So yeah, that is something that I liked about the episode. Not only the general feeling, ambience of the anime or the first episode, but also the characters themselves. They are also very helping in the episode being very good, because yeah, that adds a lot to the episode. So yeah, that was basically the first episode. It was all about them getting to know each other, them knowing how to act with each other. This is something new for both of them, and yeah, they are very tense. They don't know how to act with each other. And I think the next episode, the second episode, is going to be somewhat similar to this one. They're probably going to still, not know how to act with each other, especially at school, because they go to the same school. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of things that are going to be happening in the future episodes that is going to make it really fun to watch, really interesting to watch. For example, I can already see there's going to be a scene when they call each other by their first name. I can already see something like that happening. And yeah, in general, this first episode gave me the impression that this was going to be a good anime. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be reviewing the rest of the anime. I always always say this when I review a first episode of an anime, to not expect the rest of the anime to be reviewed, because sometimes there are external factors that make it almost impossible. But yeah, with all that being said, I will make the effort to review the whole anime because it seems to be a very interesting anime and I want to review it, if I'm being honest. So yeah, those were my thoughts and my general feelings of the first episode. So yeah, if you enjoyed the episode review, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that will be everything by me, and I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.